Are you someone who's done a debt confession? You've written everything out. You know exactly the debts you have and how you want to pay it. And you think to yourself, it's gotta be a better way. Well, guess what? It is. Let's go. Welcome to Purpose, Plans, and Profits. I am your girl, Ms. Robin Wiggins, and here we are on the road to living financially independent, retiring comfortably, and earnestly building to leave a legacy for our future. Now, if that's something that interests you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, and the notifications because you're going to like what you see. So today, I have a case study of a lady who is wanting to get out of debt, and yes, y'all, she got a lot to do. But she can do it in a little bit of time. All she has to do is say yes. I am so super excited about her. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead, turn this camera around, get you to this whiteboard, and we're going to get to it. All right, let's go. All right, y'all. So today we have a young couple here whose goal is to what? Pay off debt, right? So when I saw this young lady's debt confession, I knew I had to help her. So let's take a look at her income. So their income right now is at $80.30 per month. They have expenses of $6,089. Their cash flow is pretty decent. To me, it's pretty decent at $19.41. And of course, their debts right here total out $28,370. Essentially, they're paying $1,314 per month just in debt, right? So what we're going to do is help her get all of that down and let's get some money back into her pocket, right? All right, let's go. So I'm doing this example off of a $15,000 personal line of credit with their income and their cash flow looks pretty decent, looks to be in their favor, but who knows? I don't know. This is an example. So with this example, I have it at about an 18% interest rate. Interest rates are all over the place. It is hard to say yay or nay, but we're going to go with 18%. So the first thing we're going to do, this Upstart loan that we have here. Now, I hadn't heard of Upstart until I, got into this community, but apparently it's a thing. So when you look at the balance, this $983 versus the monthly payment, she must have been paying on this a pretty long time, right? Because that wouldn't be so high with a balance of $983. So her Upstart loan is $983. She has a credit card here with a balance of $1,870, paying about $55 a month. Credit card number 2 has a balance of $14,950. And she's paying about $279 a month. Of course, she has a car note. Look like she's been paying on that a good while. She only owes about $25.58. The roof she got done over. Like, if it's time, it's time. You got to get the roof done, right? Roof cost her right now has a balance of $3,400 and she's paying about $300 a month. And y'all, when they put like the roof in, they give it a small payment, but God, it takes forever, right? It takes forever. Then, of course, she has a very small student loan at $4,609, paying about $115 a month, okay? So, with what she has here, again, she's paying about $1,300 a month in debt. So, let's see how we can help her. All right, the first thing with this personal line of credit at $15,000, what the first thing y'all think I'm going to do? Knock this Upstart, y'all, is got to go, right? So we're going to knock this off. This is the first thing we're going to do, and we're going to add that $317 into her cash flow, okay? Then what else we're going to do? We got $15,000. We're going to go ahead and knock off credit card number 1. Credit card number 1 has that balance of $1,870. It's going to give about $55 back into her pocket. We're going to skip credit card number 2 for right now. We're going to go ahead and pay off this car. No, she only has about a little bit left, but why not put that $248 back into her pocket, as well as the roof. Pay it off. Because messing around with these roofing people, she been paying this another 5 years. Seriously, y'all. Y'all know And of course, this student loan, which variable interest, so you might as well go ahead and knock that out too. So with us knocking out all of those debts, boom, right there at once, getting it done, knocking it out, that's going to bring us a balance of $13,420, okay? So this is where Velocity Banking actually works in her favor, using the money that she already has to essentially pay down this line of credit, okay? So we're going to take her income of $8,030. We're going to put it into this line of credit, bringing the balance back down to $5,390. Of course, her expenses was at $6,089. But y'all, we have knocked all of these off. So all of this income goes back into her cash flow. So now her expenses is only $5,054. Okay. That will bring the balance up to $10,444. Again, I said about an 18% interest rate on this. So that's going to be about $198. So when you look at this, this is her income. This is her expenses. And of course, this is her interest rate. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get to month 2. We're going to put the income in at $80.30, bringing the balance down to $2,612. Of course, this personal line of credit also works on daily interest, on a daily variable interest rate. So with that daily interest rate, that's going to bring it down to $26.12. So if you're taking the average daily rate, that's going to be great, right? We're not going to stick there. We're not going to hold there, okay? The expenses are going to come out at $50.54, bringing that balance back up to $7,666. A little bit of interest at $153, bring that balance up again to $78.23. So now, y'all, look what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take $5,000 of this credit card right here, and we're going to put it, and we're going to knock this out. So the very first thing that it does, once you put any money onto a credit card, the very first thing it does, what? Knock it out. All right. So now this particular monthly payment no longer exists since we've put this $5,000 on here. So that's going to bring the balance to $12,823. All right. I know you're sitting like, oh my God, that's a lot. That's a big chunk of this $15,000. But don't forget, if an emergency arises, she has the money that we just put into this card. Okay. So that brings the balance to $12,823. Of course, we're going to put the income in for that next month, bringing the balance to $4,793. Now, her expenses have dropped again because we've taken this $279. Expenses are now down to $4,757. So that's going to bring the balance to $9,550. Add a little bit of interest on the highest balance. So when you see me putting the interest in, y'all, I'm putting it on the highest balance of that moment. All right. The highest balance of that month is $12,823. So this interest is on this balance, right? It takes the daily, one day is this amount. One day is this amount. Things happen. Sometimes the math ain't mathing. Okay. Y'all know. So that's going to bring the balance to $9,740. Bring it up here. Of course, we're going to put the income in, expenses out, bringing that balance to $6,467. Of course, we taking the interest on the highest balance at this particular time, which is $9,740, giving us about another $144. Now, that's going to bring the balance to $6,611. So what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and take another $5,000 right here. Boom. From this here. And we're going to bring the balance up to $11,611. Of course, we're going to take the income. We're going to put it in. Bring that balance down to $3,581. Our expenses coming out. Bring the balance to $8,338. This interest here on the highest balance. So I set it right here at $11,611. bringing that to 172, bringing the balance to $8,510. Then, of course, what we do right here, we're going ahead and pull the rest of this credit card right out of here. We're going to go ahead and knock it out all of the way. Bring that balance to $13,460. Putting our income in. Bring that balance down to $5,430. Of course, taking the expenses back out. Bringing it to $10,187. Then I took the interest on the highest balance, which right here is this $13,460. All right, that's on the highest balance. And that gave me a balance of $10,386. Taking your income, putting your income in. Of course, that brings you down to $23.56. Taking your expenses out, bringing that balance to $711.13. Of course, we got interest here on the highest balance of $10,386. And bringing that to 153, bringing the total balance of 7266. Then now you can't even put your whole income in. The only thing you are doing is paying this off. 7266, pay it off, done. So y'all know what I like to do. Y'all know what I like to do. So one thing I noticed about this young lady is she actually took her time and she divided out how long it was going to take her to pay all of these off. Y'all, when I saw that, I knew I had to step in. This first one, she said 3 months. Now, when I saw this video was around about August. So this should already almost be paid off. Now, the next one was her car. This car, she thought, okay, it's going to take me 9 more months to pay off this car at $248 per month. Okay. Then she said the roof is going to take me 10 months. So 1 more extra month on top of that car note to pay the roof off. Now, all of this is simultaneous, right? Remember, she was paying $13.14 per month. So all this is simultaneous. Then she said student loans. Well, if I take $115 and divide it by 4609, it's going to take me 14 months to pay off that student loan. Okay. Then she took credit card number 2. Credit card number 2 had a decent monthly payment of $279. So if you take the $279 and you divide it by the $14,950, that was going to take her 23 months. So now we at 2 years. Now we are at 2 years. So when I saw credit card number 1, right here, and she took this 55 and she divided it, she said it was going to take her 47 months. I said, that devil is a liar. 47 months to pay off $1,800? No, we're not doing this, y'all. So let's go ahead and count. Y'all know how I like to do. I like to wait to the end to see the surprise, to see how long it really is going to take this young lady to pay off all this debt with a personal line of credit of $15,000. So let's go ahead and we're going to count. Month 1. Here we go. Month 2. Down to here, month 3. And we're up to month 4 right here. Y'all count it with me. Y'all see it? Month 5. Here we go right here. Month 6. Boom. 6 months of income. Month 7. Month 7. So guess what happened, y'all? Guess what happened? In 8 months, she became debt free. Where she thought was going to take her 3 months, 9 months, 10 months, 14, 23, 47 months, is only going to take her 8 months with commitment, some discipline, some budgeting, and just saying, this is going to happen for me. So I want you to think about this when you see this. What does this look like for you? Because I know what it looked like for me, right? What does this look like for you? When you're looking at your debt, student loans is hitting. Y'all, whew, I see the people. I see the credit scores. I see what's happening. There's no way to fix it. One thing I can't stand about credit scores, and this is my personal experience, someone who's raised her credit score by 200 points twice. One thing I can tell you that I absolutely do not like, even if some kind of collection agency, student loan people, regardless if it's reported incorrectly, you never fully get all of those points back. Have you noticed that? Because I can tell you, I have experienced it multiple times where I've paid a collection and it was put on my credit report, knocked my score down by 20, 30 points. And they say, oh, my bad. And they immediately take it off. I only gain about 12 of those points back. So I know what you're going through. I know what you're feeling. And that right now, in this very moment, the only thing you can do is do what you can do. Don't worry about what you can't control. Control the things you can control. And the thing that you can control is your dollar. Your dollar is what you can control, right? It's okay to start over. You control your dollar. Your dollar is not emotional. It doesn't care about your credit report. I can tell you, your dollar does not care about your credit report. Your dollar only cares about what you want to do with it. Okay? Right? And if you need help, hit the link in the description below and set up a consultation with me, because I can promise you, we're going to walk this thing through. We're going to get out of this debt. We are going to make sure that, you know what? We live in a better day. Now, I'm living stress-free. I don't know about you. I don't know about you and how you feeling, but I'm living stress-free. And I want you to live and feel the exact same way. So, if you are feeling this, I want you to share this out with your fans, family, colleagues, coworkers. Somebody in your life needs to see this, hear this, know this, and understand this. Okay? And as always, be blessed, be easy. Be a light in someone's life, because you never know who might need you. I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.